I think that's a piece that often people miss, is that healers have often gone through the trenches themselves, or just inner battles, inner wars, really gone into the depths to be able to hold space for others. And so often their paths are literally the phoenix rising, those deep descents and rising, and it doesn't stop. I remember like getting to that, like, oh, everything is so amazing, quote unquote honeymoon phase of life, and then poof, the rug gets ripped out from underneath, as it does on this planet. And
Yeah.
here's another descent. I guess we just learn how to navigate it more effectively and
Yeah.
differently.
I absolutely agree. It doesn't ever stop. It really doesn't. You always go back around and descend again. And sometimes it feels even deeper and more dense than you remember ever being there. And it feels like there's this, it literally feels like your body is being ripped out sometimes and pulled apart and dissected to sort of realign again. And it's really, really
Mhm.
brutal. And I'm so glad that you said that, because yeah, people often forget, because I feel like there is an element that we have seen in the past for decades of healers and space holders and guides and mentors, or whatever you want to call them, where there kind of has been this kind of like a lens of separation. I feel like
Mm.
almost like they're presenting a certain way and forgetting the human aspect. And
Yeah.
I feel like that's all coming down at the moment. And we're really starting to see, you know, the human behind these people that are that have moved through it, that have been through it,
Mm.
that have been in the trenches. So it's really beautiful that you
Yeah.
said that, because it's how we connect, and that's how we interconnect together. Mm,
Yeah. I love that. That's how we connect, because it's when we share our stories and our vulnerabilities and our truths of what is actually going on, that we see the humanness in each other. And I had a friend who was also a healer, and she was like, I thought we'd just be like ushering people through their healing journeys, kind of post COVID. And it's like, no, like she as well has had her most intense descent into the darkness in the past year. And I'm like, for the past 3 months, I haven't been able to coach because of this deep dive into the darkness. And it's like,
right?
that's the humanity, that's the humanness that
Mm,
is part of this journey. So important not to lose the
yeah.
humanity in it. We're not on pedestals.
No, absolutely. And I love that even said that, for the past 3 months, I haven't been able to coach. It's like there's this real essence of being incongruent with what is like true and what's
Mm.
resonant, and following that now, and not just showing up from a place that just looks a certain way, right? It's like,
Mm.
yeah, I'm going to sit with this. I'm going to sit with the descent, I'm going to sit with the contraction here, and just be with it without having to show up and do. And that's absolutely beautiful. I think that is the epitome of how we should be moving with our bodies, and moving with the energy that we're being called to sit with, by whatever you want to call it, the mystery, God, source, creator, whatever that universal energy is that is demanding us to stay and to hold and to stop. Like, I think
Mm.
that's just really powerful. That makes you show up even greater, and with a greater capacity to hold. So really good.
Yeah.